Hi and welcome back. A question came in this week, and this is the gist of the question. I've been struggling over years with different emotions. I've gotten angry, I've gotten frustrated, I've gotten down. Nevertheless, it all passed within a short period of time, and I was able to move on once again and live my life. But for whatever reason, these feelings of anxiety or fear or panic or stress don't go away. They stay around year after year after year after year. Why are they different than the rest of my emotions that they wind up lingering on for decades, while my other emotions at the most take a couple of days? If I get upset, a couple of days and it's gone. I'm going to answer your question, broaden it, with a fascinating study that was done in Harvard University. They studied to see who would be happier 12 months later. Now listen to the two groups that they studied. One group of people that had enormous success, people that won to the level of a $500 million lottery, versus a group of people who became quadriplegics. Literally, they were in an accident where they can no more use their hands and feet. They're wheelchair bound for the rest of their lives. These two extreme groups were studied. Who is happier 12 months later? And you know what the answer was? Equal. They both came back to their baseline 12 months later. I'm going to show it to you with a visual. So if the people who won the $500 million lottery, they rode the excitement of winning the lottery, and then they came back to their baseline 12 months later. The people who became quadriplegics, they were riding life, they went terribly down, and came back up to their baseline 12 months later. So something that dramatic, something that drastic, something that life-changing takes 12 months. That's the maximum that it takes our brain to get used to something and come back to our baseline. Nevertheless, anxiety, fear, stress stays around for even longer. If something that dramatic happened to our life, we would be back to normal. Nevertheless, our anxiety, fear, and stress is still around. Why? How could that be? And the answer to the question is, it's good news and bad news. The bad news is that you're actually doing something that's not allowing you to get used to your anxiety, fear, and stress. You're doing something that's keeping it around. That's the bad news. The good news is that you are doing it, and you can change it. You can make all the difference. It is totally in your hands to stop doing what you're doing that's causing the anxiety, fear, and stress. Once you stop doing it and you learn what you need to do to stop it, then it's going to pass like everything else. If something so dramatic and so big could pass, then whatever you're anxious about or fearful about or stressed out about could pass. And that's what I'm here to share with you. You don't have to live with these feelings of anxiety, fear, and stress for long term. By following these videos, I'm going to give you the skills, tools, and technologies you need to overcome this problem. If you'd like to look, I'm doing some free webinars. You can go to my website for more information, www.benjaminhalpern.com. Thanks for watching this video and have a fabulous week.